These are some of the best perennial shallots that you could ever find. So 2 years ago, we were able to go down and visit Mallory at Quebec Homestead and help her with her harvest of St. Annes shallots. I'll put the link up here in one of these corners for that, but also a link to the video down in the description. Now the cool thing with this is she gave us some as well, and they're perennials. So year after year they'll come back, and not only come back but multiply as well. So she gave us a bunch and they've been multiplying over the past couple of years. We did a harvest last year and we're about to do a harvest again this year. Now the thing with these St. Annes shallots is you pull them out June 24th, 26th, around Saint Jean Baptiste Day in Quebec. And then about a month later on St. Anne's Day, July 26th, I believe it is, you replant them. So you let them dry, you can pick out the big ones that you want to store and save, and then you plant your little ones again, and then they go nuts, making more again for next year. It's just such an awesome plant to have if you like eating shallots, onions, that kind of thing. So we're going to go ahead and start harvesting some of these because it's time to pull them out. You can tell they're all droopy, the leaves have died back. So we'll get these pulled out. We'll get them drying. We have some that we want to give to some friends as well, so they can start their own bed going with these. And then, because this is our raised bed, we might not put them back here. We might move them to our food forest, or might put them in some other spots. And then we can then use this bed area for other stuff like the carrots or the kohlrabis or tomatoes or other stuff we don't want to put in the food forest. So let's go ahead and we'll start harvesting some of these. So you can tell there how they've started to expand and make more and propagate themselves after just putting one in the ground. So we have a drying table, or actually I guess it's a sifting table that we made from an old wedding table. And I'll put the link again for that video up here somewhere. But what I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna throw that in the garage because it's supposed to rain the next few days. So I'll throw that in the garage. We'll get these laid out all over top of it, and that'll allow good air circulation and allow these to dry off. And if you miss some, that's all right, because then they'll just keep going year after year. The nice thing we can do as well is actually just leave maybe half of them here and just let them keep going. We don't have to dig them up. So I'd say we took maybe half to 2/3 of it. So I might just leave the rest for right now. I'll go clean these up and get them spread out so they can start drying. It's good. Now we can see if we can maybe plant some radishes or something in here, something quick, because we have such a short season. So something quick and fast would be good. It's about half a Rubbermaid container, so pretty good harvest. It's a little heavy too. It's awesome. So yeah, we'll get them all cleaned off, dried up, and then we'll save some for ourselves. We'll give some to some friends, trade them for some other stuff, and then get some planted back in the food forest in other spots. I want to try and plant a bunch around some like apple trees and other trees. See if that helps keep the little rodents away from our trees. We'll see. So at first I was thinking I should hose them off and get all the dirt off them. But then I was remembering I did that before with some other stuff. I can't remember if it was potatoes or other onions. It was something like that. And I hosed them off and it actually took so long for them to dry. And the hose actually, the water and the hose forced water into cracks and crevices. So it actually made it worse. So what I'm gonna do is just lay them out here on this screen, let them dry naturally. And then in the next couple of days, we'll pick them up and collect them. What I'll do too is I'll pull them apart, so that'll give them more space to allow the airflow to circulate. So just awesome how these just produce more and more all the time. So again, we'll hold on to the big ones like this, and these little ones will get planted. Some beautiful ones in there. And they break apart really nice too, which makes it easy for this. So with these two, you don't have to worry about saving the roots or saving the tops. They'll dry right out, and just like buying store-bought onions or shallots. And then you just stick them right in the ground again after about a month after they've dried out. I'll give them a bit of time to dry like this, and then I'll come back later and pull them apart a little more. Get rid of some of the weeds, you know, get some more of the dirt gone. Lay them out all nicely and organized so my OCD doesn't act up anymore. Guess that's the bad thing with OCD when you're doing this kind of thing. It's like, no! There we go, all done for today. We're just gonna let this dry out for a couple days. We'll probably come back tomorrow, flip them, move them around a bit, do the same for the next couple days until they dry out, pull them apart a bit more, get rid of the stems and the roots as well. So again, it's not taking up as much space on the table. And we'll get these dried and then we'll go from there. Thanks again, guys. If you like this video, make sure you check out the one from us going to help Mallory at Quebec Homestead.